epic. Back-to-back legendaries! Ragnarok! Oh my god! Alright, what is going on, guys? WB Kyle here, and just yesterday, the brand new Hearthstone expansion, Whispers of the Old Gods, was released. And in case you haven't been living in a cave, basically this is a pretty big deal for Hearthstone because it's a really big update. Bunch of new cards just got added. Today we're going to open 40 packs, hopefully get some good pulls, and hopefully we just get some good luck. So let's get right into it. First pack. Now my computer's kind of laggy when it comes to opening these packs, so apologize for that, but you guys get to see the cards I open. Some pretty good quality cards from the first pack here, but we're looking for the epics and the legendaries. I pretty much have already opened all the commons and most of the rares by now, because I opened tons of packs yesterday. And there's a new epic. Add a copy of each damage-friendly minion to your hand, Blood Warriors. That's a pretty cool looking card. Don't know if it'll be good, but I'm glad I have one, obviously. Can never complain about opening an epic. Got the Golden Carrion Grub, which is it's pretty good. It's a pretty good card. We're looking for legendaries and legendaries only. None of this weak shit. Disciple of Cthulhu is pretty good though, for the record. Whole bunch of nothing. I mean, there's stuff, but nothing that you guys haven't pulled yourself or seen in other videos. Twilight Summoner. This card's really interesting. I don't think I've pulled one yet. And I don't know if I like this card a lot or hate this card. But I understand in like Raptor Rogue, this is a really good death rattle for the Unearthed Raptor to copy. So I can see it being played on occasion. I just don't see it being overly useful in most decks. Spreading Madness is a pretty interesting card. Don't think it'll be good, but you never know. There's a chance that some cards are just way better than you expect. Cult Sorcerer. It's a Mage Cthulhu card. I've only played 2 decks so far since this expansion has been released, actually, and that is a new mid-range Shaman deck, which I'll show you guys the deck list after, actually, because I think it's a really good deck, and I don't think enough people are playing it right now. And it's been working well for me. Obviously, you guys can make some adjustments. But yeah, I'll show you guys that at the end of the pack opening. And the second deck that I have been playing is just Cthulhu Druid. I think Druid's definitely one of the favorite classes for the Cthulhu deck list because of all the strong class cards it got for Cthulhu. Even though Druid took some major nerf hits this patch, I still think it's going to be a top class with a Cthulhu deck. Flame Wreath Faceless, pretty insane card. I don't know what else to say. Even with the Overload, it's a 6 mana 7/7, and with BGH being nerfed to 5 mana, that looks pretty ridiculous. I've been using it in my deck, obviously. There's an epic, Blood of the Ancient One. I've actually already opened one of these, so now I can control 2 of these and summon the Ancient One, who, don't quote me on this, I think it's like a 30/30 guy, but no one's gonna pull that off, so I mean, someone's going to pull it off eventually. But playing a 9 mana card with bad stats and then another 9 mana card with bad stats and hoping the first one didn't already die, it's pretty ridiculous. Come on, legendaries, where are you at? Nerubian Prophet and Amber Weaver are 2 of my favorite cards so far in this set. This is definitely one of the best Druid cards now. And Nerubian Prophet I actually really enjoy with my mid-range Shaman deck, and I will show you guys that at the end of the video like I said. But for now, we're on the hunt for some legendaries, and we should be getting one soon. 2 more of these. Evolve is another really cool card. Come on, legendaries. We need you to save the day. Not a whole lot. Steward. Oh, there's one. What did we get? Oh. Alright, drop a like for that legendary. Anomalous or Anomalous, I'm not too sure how it's pronounced, but this card is really interesting. Don't know if it's good or not, but if you consider Flame Strike as a 7 mana, deal 4 to all enemies, this basically doubles that damage, 1 extra mana, and you get an 8/6, but it's not a battle cry, unfortunately, and it is a death rattle. So it's a lot slower, and it deals it to your own minions. Personally, I don't think it's an amazing card, but it looks like it has a lot of potential, and that's what I like to see in new cards. Ooh, an epic. Back-to-back legendaries! Ragnarok! Oh my god! Back-to-back legendaries. Oh man, Ragnaros the Light Lord. Probably a worse version than Ragnaros the Fire Lord. Maybe. I'm not saying that for sure. Don't quote me on that. But just from looking at the card text, Ragnaros, the regular one, looks on a higher tier level than the Light Lord. Not saying this card is bad. I do think this card is one of the better legendaries added in this set. And of course we got the Epic with Kabbalist Tomb as well. I think that's my second Kabbalist Tomb, so I'm done for those. Very interesting mage card as well. And we'll just have to see if either of these cards are played. But that is some back-to-back legendary shit right there. Make sure to drop a like for that double legendary pull. Maybe we can get 3 back-to-back. Who knows? Oh. Okay, well, not a legendary, but a golden epic. We are on a roll right now. We are on fire. Wisps of the Old Gods. 7 mana, choose 1, summon 7/1/1 wisps, or give your minions +2/+2. Don't think it's that great of a card, but what is a great card is Master of Evolution right here. And as I said before, I will be showing you my Shaman deck at the end of this, and he is also included in that list because I think he is one of the craziest cards in all of Hearthstone, and he was just released yesterday. So I'm just going to show you guys that deck afterwards. Hopefully we can pull maybe... Oh my god! Holy shit! Guys, that's 3 legendaries in like 5 packs. And they're all pretty good legendaries. None of these are trash tier legendaries. You charge. At the end of your turn, put a random minion from your deck into the battlefield. Or is it even random? Put a minion from your deck into the battlefield. I don't know if you get to choose the minion. I'm pretty sure it's probably random. But man, 3 legendaries in 5 packs. That's some crazy shit. You guys better be dropping likes on this video because... this is pretty insane. Maybe we can even pull another one before the end of this video. Brace the Shadows. Pretty bad card in my opinion. Ravaging Ghoul is an interesting card. We'll see maybe some Reno Warriors play that card. Alright, next pack here. Basic stuff. Faceless Behemoth is just bad. I don't know. I feel like it isn't horrible in maybe something like Arena, even though I still think it won't be amazing. But Arena is definitely the place where Faceless, whatever that guy was called, is going to be picked, because you're not going to put him in any control decks at all. Servant of Yogg-Saron, I don't know if you guys know Trump, but this is actually his card that he got to reveal. I have high hopes for this card. I know a lot of people aren't liking it too much, but I actually really wanted to make like a control mage deck, and I definitely think of putting that guy in it. Obsessed Villager, Corrupted Seer, horrible card. I think, you never know, maybe someone can make a great deck out of it, and I'll be gone viral because everyone's gonna be like, well, look at this idiot making fun of shit, but I really don't think it will be, so whatever. I have strong opinions. Everyone has their own opinions. Alright, we're on a bit of a dry streak, but you know, we opened 3 legendaries, 2 of them back to back, so I cannot complain too much here. Blackwater Pirate, your weapon costs 2. There's a few new interesting pirate cards that were added in this expansion, actually. I'm really eager to see if anyone can come up with a good pirate deck, because so far in Hearthstone, there hasn't really been any meta that's involved a good pirate deck. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see. Ooh, getting an epic, and a rare Twilight Summoner again, and a Thistle Tea. Don't think Thistle Tea is very good for the record. I'm just going to go on record and say that. I think Cthulhu's Chosen is one of the best Cthulhu cards out there, on the other hand. And Twilight Summoner, we're just going to have to see if there's a Raptor Rogue deck that includes that in it. Because as of right now, I think that's the only deck I could picture that would be using a card like that in Constructed. Shifting Shade, I think that's actually a pretty good card. Let me know what you guys think of these cards down below. If you think Whispers of the Old Gods is an insane set, or if you don't think it's that great. I just got 2 rares and a golden rare in 1 pack, so that is pretty good. Selfless Hero. Death Rattle will give a random friendly minion Divine Shield. I think Divine Shield Paladin is actually going to be a pretty big deck in this new meta. Due to the fact that their other decks have gotten butchered pretty hard, they're going to need a new meta deck to be used. And I think Divine Shield, with that card you guys saw right there, and the 3 mana 3/3, it's going to be pretty insane. So yeah, let's open these last 4 packs. Already been a pretty crazy opening so far, so I'm not counting on anything crazy happening these 3 packs, but you know, Hearthstone wants to hook me up with some fire cards. It's a triple rare pack. I will not complain. Undercity Huckster, pretty good card in my opinion. Other 2 rares are kind of meh. Power Word Tentacles. What the fuck? Just why? Why? Why you gotta do this? And last pack, we pull Renounced Darkness, which is actually a really insane card. And I really am glad I pulled this right now. Epic, replace your hero power and warlock cards with another classes. The cards cost 1. I don't know if there's going to be a deck like this that actually uses Renounced Darkness, or when would be a good time to use Renounced Darkness, but I think this card has endless possibilities and it is pretty insane. So we're just going to have to see if there's a deck built around Renounced Darkness. And yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys my Shaman deck, and hopefully you guys like it. But first, you gotta hit this disenchant button. Let's do it. Big money. Actually, wasn't that crazy. So this is my mid-range Shaman deck with the old gods. It has a lot of the older cards in it too, but it's basically mid-range Shaman. You guys can just copy the deck list down or something like that, but you guys can see it right here. You can pause the video because I'm gonna go a little fast. Pretty much only gonna cover the newer cards in it and their power levels. I've only played this deck like yesterday. Like I said, the set's only been out a couple days, so I haven't had much time to make adjustments to this deck, because one card I've considered is Evolve. I don't know, early game I don't have too many crazy threats out there that I'd want to evolve. Plus it has some anti-synergy with Totem Golem, because usually when you evolve a 2 mana 3/4, you're going to get a worse statted card. So yeah, I'm not too sure yet. Plus Totem Golem is an insta keep in every hand, and all Shamans should know that. So there's Evolve. The next newest card is Eternal Sentinel. This card, so you can compare this card to Lava Shock, which is deal 2 damage, unlock your overloaded mana crystals. This guy is a 2 mana 3/2, unlock your overloaded mana crystals. Now this could be argued, but I would much rather have a 3/2 on my board than deal 2 damage to something. However, that's just me, so I think this card is pretty insane. And yeah, when you're overloading your mana crystals, it's kind of like a tempo swing in your favor most of the time anyway. So adding a 3/2 onto your board on top of all that just adds insult to injury in my opinion. So I think this card is going to be seen in all Shaman decks, or at least most Shaman decks. And yeah, so there's a bunch of the older cards: Hex, Lightning Storm, Tuskar Totemic, one of my favorite cards, Defender of Argus. And this guy right here, Flame Wreathed Faceless, 4 mana, 7/7. What the fuck? I don't, like, I've thought of one scenario, maybe 2, where this card could get cleared off the turn after you play it without already having an impact on the board. And that would be Shadow Word Death from Priest, or something such as Flame Lance from Mage. However, no mages currently run Flame Lance, and Priest is one deck out of 9 other classes, or 8 other classes. So Flame Wreathed Faceless, for fuck's sake, doesn't seem like it's going to be an easy card to clear off. BGH just took a huge hit from 3 mana to 2 mana, so I don't think we're going to be seeing that card as much anymore. So I think this card's just going to run the board and win us some games. The next card we got here is Master of Evolution. Now I've talked about this card a little bit already in the video, but I think this card right here may be like the new Doctor 4 piloted Shredder drop. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this card is literally one of the best cards in Hearthstone right now, or at least one of the best cards from the newer set. So its battle cry is transform a friendly minion into a random one that costs 1 more. So that's a pretty crazy ability. You can change your totem into higher mana. You can change your 1-drop to a 2-drop, 3-drop to a 4-drop, so on and so forth. But the thing about the card is it's a 4 mana 4/5. So even if you don't have something to transform, you still get a 4 mana 4/5, which is basically a Chillwind Yeti, which was a card that was almost basically seeing constructed play before just because of its amazing stats. So this is a card that has amazing stats for 4 mana and a possibly insane ability. So Yeah, and then there's the Azure Drakes, the Fire Elementals are all way to keep. And this is the Nerubian Prophet I was talking about. So in this deck, some could argue, if you get this in your opening hand, on turn 3 it's a 3 mana 4/4, which is tied with things such as Dancing Swords and Ogre Brute, which are 3 mana 4/4s with a downside. This card is a 3 mana 4/4 with no downside as long as it's been in your opening hand. So what I've been doing is I keep Master of Evolution and Nerubian Prophet in my opening hand. Strange, right? You got a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Even if I don't have a 2-drop or a 1-drop, I will keep these two cards every hand. If you guys want to know why, it's because you play the Nerubian Prophet on turn 3 for 3 mana 4/4, which is a good card on its own, does not get cleared by very much. Then turn 4, you Master of Evolution your Nerubian Prophet, which is a 4/4 for 3 mana, but rather than evolving it to a 4 mana card, you evolve it from the 6 mana card it starts off as to a 7 mana card. So on turn 4, you turn your board from having a 4/4 or even maybe a damaged 4/4 to a 4/1 or something. You play the Master of Evolution, which is a 4 mana 4/5, and you also get a 7-drop, which is just insane. I did that 2 games yesterday in a row. The person insta-conceded, and there was nothing to say about it. It's just such an insane combo. And then you top that off with Evolve and get another mana higher than that. And this deck just seems insane. So I'm going to go play it. Let me know what you guys think of my deck down below. Let me know what decks you guys have been deciding to run. Make sure to drop a like for those back-to-back Legendary pulls and then the one after just a couple packs later. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy, WB Kyle. I'll see you guys in the next video.